guys. I'm little. It's okay. So today we're talking about subitizing. That's a crazy word. Say it with me. Subitizing. So I wrote it down here, and I want you to look at the pictures and try to figure out what you think subitizing might mean. Any guesses? So subitizing is just a really fancy way of saying knowing a number as soon as you see it, or a set as soon as you see it. So you might know the actual written numbers really quickly. Like if I showed you a 6, you'd probably say 6 really fast. In fact, most of you did when we did our test. But this is more talking about sets, like on the Rec and Rec and on your fingers. What about this right here? That's a dice. So it's got dots that you need to recognize instantly. Or dominoes also have dots, kind of like a dice. What's another place that we would need to know numbers really quickly? Right on those cards. So when we are subitizing, we are trying really hard not to count every single dot one by one. Okay, so look at this set. See if you can count it, or tell me what it is without counting. No counting when we subitize. What is it? Well, if you weren't sure what the number was, could you break it down into some other ways? Like I saw 5 and 2. And if I start at 5 and add 2, 5, 6, 7, right? I don't have to count every single dot. Now, I did count by ones here, but I didn't count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So let's go to the next one. You should know this one instantly. What is this number? Did you say 8? It's 8. So whenever I hold up those on my fingers, it should be really quick. You should know when I say 8, it looks like this on your fingers. So what two numbers do you see whenever I hold up 8? 5 and 3, right? 5 and 3. Do you see that? So instead of counting those, even though it's an instant thing for me, if I didn't know, I could say 5, 6, 7, 8, right? And count on from the bigger number. Let's go to this one. What is this? 5. You should know this one like the back of your hand. The top frame, the top 5 boxes on a 10 frame, it's 5. Okay? Because 5 and 5 is 10. So when one is all filled in, you should know that that's 5 really quickly. And so then you can build on, if I know that's 5, adding more down here makes it really easy because I can say 5, 6, or 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? What about this one? What is it? 6. That one's super easy. 5 and 1, 6. Now, sometimes when we subitize, we try really, really hard not to count. So there's things that, little tricks that you can do. Like, is there a shape that you see in this? A triangle? I see a triangle too. How many corners does a triangle have? 3. That's something I know. So 1, 2, 3, 3 dots, right? So even without counting, I knew that was 3. And you may have just looked at those and known it was 3, because that one's a pretty easy one. Let's try this next one. How many dots are there? 5. So every time I see dots arranged like this, I know it's 5. I don't have to count them. But even if I didn't know that it was an X, what's another way I could have broken down these numbers? How did you see the dots? Do you see them 5 and 2? Or did you see them 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 in the middle? And you can count them like that too. If you can see 4 and 1, it's 5. So we do this on the Rec and Rec too. We've been practicing getting really, really fast recognizing numbers on the Rec and Rec. So there are some tricks we can use there too. We know that 5 together are red and then 5 together are white. So if I have 5 here and 5 here, what does that make? 10. So I've got 10 reds and how many whites? 4. So your brain automatically did that, right? 10 and 4. What's the number? So after we get our big number, 10 and 3, 1, 2, 3, would be 13, right? And one more is 14. Good. So now I'm going to show you one more set of dots. Without counting, can you tell me how many dots are there? So when I look at this, I see 3 here and 2 here. That makes 3 and 2 make 5. So now I can count on from 5, 6, 7, right? So there were 7 dots in this picture. Now, we are going to work on this, and you have homework tonight. No, I'm just kidding. It's not really homework. It's a really fun activity, actually. It's called The Disappearing Man, and it's on Seesaw. So you're going to grab the pen. We're going to make it a little, well, let's go with, you can go with a marker if you want to, whatever color you want to do. I don't like that one, but anyway, you're going to take a dice out of any game in your house, a dice, and you and one other person get to play this. So think about it. It can be you and mom, it can be you and dad, it can be you and a cousin, it can be you and anybody. Really, truly, if you wanted to play you against you and see which man disappears, that's okay too. You're going to roll the dice and then say the number that you see on the dice. So if I roll my dice and I see a 1, then I'm going to come over here and mark out 1. Okay? So then it's the other person's turn. They get to roll the dice. And whatever that number they roll, they get to mark out. Say I can roll a 3. Okay? Mark out 3. Then it's back to your turn. Now, remember, you only roll the dice one time. Now, I'm going to roll it again. I rolled a 1 again. Do I get to make another X? Nope, that piece is already gone. So, I get to wait on my next turn. I'm going to give it to the other person. Now, the person who X's out all the numbers on their man first wins. Here's the great thing. You can actually erase and play this again. Okay? So play it a couple of times with mom or dad or brother or sister, whoever. Okay? You're really working on, when you roll that dice, recognizing the number fast. Okay? So roll the dice. If it's 1, that one's super easy. What about 6? Is that one as easy? Maybe not. But as you roll it, you want to recognize and get faster and faster and faster at being able to mark out your answer. Okay? All right. So you can play it like that. And then when you get really, really fast, you can play it where you're both Xing out at the same time. So you're both just rolling, 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 and Xing out. So I hope you have fun with this game. The only thing that I ask at the end of this game is that you turn me in a game board that's already been played so that I know that you played it. Okay? All right. I hope you like this game. Have a good